Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever, middle of the night. If you are watching this video, there's a solid chance that, excuse me, so there's a chance that you are not feeling well in some way, shape, or form. And I would like to help you with that. I'm hoping that something that I have to offer you might be the thing that maybe just isn't offered somewhere else. I don't know who everybody offers, and in any given moment, there are thousands and thousands and thousands of experts all over YouTube, all over the internet, and they all have their thing. There's quite a few that I particularly like to follow because I love their story and I love their healing journey, and they've all had something to offer me. So, why am I getting on here? I don't know. Hopefully, at least one person benefits from what I offer and the twist that I like to put onto whole body holistic healing. I call it quantum healing. I am not a doctor, I am not a nurse, I am not certified in anything other than medical transcription and mediation and customer service. I have quite a background, not only professionally, but personally. You name it, I've probably worked there or I've probably experienced it. So I like to kind of use all the tools in the bag depending on the need. I've acquired a lot of tools and I want to pass those tools forward. So what do I do a little differently, or what do I encourage people to do a little differently than maybe other people do? A lot of people are sharing 4-part series on XYZ, 5-part series, powerhouse webinars, you name it. There are hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of healing opportunities all over the internet. And they're great. But I feel the piece that's missing is kind of twofold. It's great to treat the body. Of course, it's great to treat the body. I mean, we could just talk for 3 hours on how to treat the body. We could also talk for 3 hours on how to treat the mind, how to treat the emotions, and what we can do spiritually to help us heal. Do we ever do all the things all the time? It's a lot. It's like a full-time job to heal, as it should be. And it doesn't have to be hard. It's not hard. It's not hard at all. We just don't really know how to put all of that together in a succinct, easy practice. Do you meditate? Do you take a shower? Do you pray? Do you eat food? Do you do all of these things to practice good self-care all at the same time? No, we don't do it all at the same time. It's kind of hard to meditate and eat at the same time. So it's just a matter of organizing your thoughts, organizing your day in a really simple, beautiful way of healing. And the most important piece is you cannot solve a problem within a problem. You have to go outside of the problems for the solutions. So I'm going to jump right into going to just jump right in. I'm going to jump right into trauma. We have all experienced some kind of trauma on some level at some point in our life. It could have been something as simple as smashing our head on a coffee table as a toddler. That was a trauma. It was not just a physical trauma, it was emotional trauma. We're toddlers. We don't even know how to command our own bodies. And then we have this massive blow to the head. That hurt. A toddler was frightened. And the pain is frightening. Then we grow up. And if you're living a life at all, you have lived trauma to some degree or another. Some traumas are traumatic. Some traumas are, geez, why is that still bothering me? I really should have gotten over that a long time ago. They're all traumas. They are all still in our energy field, very likely causing impairments. So what I want to do is encourage people to just be aware. Just be aware that you've had trauma. And some of them did go poof and they're not in your energy field anymore. But again, if you're watching this, there's a solid chance that you don't feel well. And one of the reasons why is because as an energetic being, as the energy that we are, we can't help but have stuff in our field that's causing impairments. And once we learn how to clear that stuff, all of the things, we can really start to heal. We can really start to flow. We can really start to generate. We can really start to thrive. We can really start to just vibrate. We can really start to live. Who's with me? Do you want some of that? What do you say? So for now, one of the easiest, quickest ways to take a look at some of the little particles that kind of leave little dents or little holes or little globs or little cobwebs, whatever you want to call it, maybe all of the above, depending on the trauma. Start looking at some of those things. And really, if you've never done anything like this before, it just takes a little bit of practice. Just give it to yourself. Give yourself the time to take a little bit of practice to start clearing the cobwebs. And it can be something really simple as in the shower. You're letting that water wash over you, and you don't necessarily even need to know what these traumas are, but you can just imagine, some cobwebs around you and the shower just washing it away. Now, cobwebs can be strong. So you might want that loofah. You might want a little extra soap in some areas because you might want to do a little bit more scrubbing in the etheric field and in the energetic field around your body to start scrubbing some of those away. And when you just make yourself aware of that space around you, with practice, you can really start to see where you've got some stuff and where you want to just really wash it all away. And the more that you do this and the more that you're aware of that field, the more that you can start to see what they are. And I'll use myself for an example because I can only speak from my experience, right? So I always refer to my experiences as examples. In the last few weeks, I have had some discomfort. I don't really have it all dialed in yet, but there's this discomfort in through my ear, and through my jaw, all the way down my neck, and all the way up into my temple. So, you know, healing is so multi-layered, and if you go way outside of the problem and way beyond the energy field and way out into the space, there could be layers and layers and layers and layers of trauma that is manifesting in this area right now. And I have peeled back some of those layers, but because there's still discomfort there, my body's telling me I still have to pay attention. I still have to pay attention to this area. It still needs some love. It still needs some healing. And I have learned to never ignore your body's signals. Never ignore your body's signals. So I thank my body. Thank you. You were talking really loud. I hear you. Holy guacamole, this is really intense. What do you got to say? And I get quiet and I listen. But I've been doing this for a long time, so I know what that means to be quiet and to listen. It's just practice like anything else. You didn't learn how to type overnight. You didn't learn how to drive a car overnight. It takes a minute to learn how to be still and how to listen and how to ask and how to communicate with your body. Hi, I hear you. You're very uncomfortable. Tell me about it. As if this section of my body is a person standing before me and we're having a communication. I know it sounds a little woo-woo. I know how it sounds. I wasn't always like this. When I first started doing this stuff, I was like, please. No, thank you. This is dumb. All the things. I didn't know what I didn't know. Now that I know what I know, and now that I see the tremendous, unlimited ability to heal when we go outside of the problem and start looking for solutions and bring those solutions into our energy field, the possibilities really are endless. Endless, meaning there is no end to the possibility of your ability to heal. Healing is a whole different conversation. Healing is really your personal definition of whatever it means to heal. For me, it means XYZ. For you, you might write an entirely different definition of healing. In fact, write it down. What is your definition of healing? What would it look like for you to be fully healed? I'm going to leave you with that. Next video. Bye for now.